An equation is a mathematical sentence with an equal sign. Here are some examples. 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. 6 plus 2 is equal to 9. And 3 plus n is equal to 9. Well, our first equation, of course, is true. Our second equation is false. And our third equation is open because of the variable n. It is neither true nor false. We usually try to solve open equations. They are also called open sentences. So our equation, 3 plus n is equal to 9, has a solution. N is equal to 6. If 6 is substituted in for the n, then 3 plus 6 is equal to 9, and it is now a true equation. A formula is an equation in which one variable is given in terms of other variables or numbers. Here's a formula we looked at a few lessons ago on a lesson on patterns with variables. And this formula converts Fahrenheit temperatures to Celsius. Well, let's look at a related formula. Suppose you were driving in Canada and you heard the temperature given on the radio. It would be given in Celsius. And then you could use this second formula at the bottom to convert it back to Fahrenheit. Let's try an example. We'll convert 15 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. We substitute the 15 in for the letter C. We take 9/5 of 15 to get 27. 27 plus 32 is 59, and we've just learned that 15 degrees Celsius is equivalent to 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Here's another formula. Perhaps you recognize this formula. If you want to think about it a bit, you may stop the video. Well, the above formula is the formula to find the perimeter of a square, where P stands for perimeter and S stands for the length of a side of a square. Here's another. This one, of course, is the area of a square, where A stands for area and S stands for the length of a side of a square. Let's try another. Do you recognize this one? In this one, A stands for area, and L and W stand for the length and width of a rectangle, and of course it finds the area of a rectangle. And you might guess again that P stands for perimeter, and since we're using L and W, yes, it's the formula to find the perimeter of a rectangle, where P stands for perimeter and L and W stand for the length and width of a rectangle. Here's another one with the letter A, so it probably means area. And you may already know that it's the area of a triangle, where A stands for area and B and H stand for the length of the base and height of a triangle. Another area formula, and since pi is involved, you probably know it's the area of a circle, where R stands for the length of the radius and A stands for the area of a circle. Here's one. With circles, we don't use the word perimeter, we use the word circumference. So it's C equals 2 pi r, where C stands for the circumference and R stands for the length of the radius of a circle. So this formula finds the circumference of a circle given the length of a radius. And here's another way to find the circumference of a circle. This one finds the circumference of a circle given the length of the diameter d. And the reason there's two ways to find the circumference of the circle has to do with two more formulas. The top formula tells us that the length of a diameter is equal to 2 times the length of a radius in any circle. And the second formula tells us that the length of a radius is equal to 1/2 the length of a diameter in any circle. The top formula is the length of a diameter expressed in terms of the length of the radius, and the bottom formula is the length of a radius expressed in terms of the length of a diameter. This lesson looked at equations. An equation is a mathematical sentence with an equal sign. Equations can be true, or false, or open, and it's the open equations we like to work with because we love to solve equations. A formula is an equation in which one variable is given in terms of other variables or numbers.